Hello, I wanted to do a discussion video here about Steve Donahue and the letter he got from a fan. I've watched Steve Donahue. He's a very long-time booktuber here. He does a lot of book hauls as far as all the stuff he gets from publishers. He actually writes about books. And you can see a huge amount of different kinds of books on his channel. He does mail hauls like almost every day. And he does discussion videos, and I have watched a couple of Steve's videos. But he had this one letter that was a criticism of something he said, and this kind of goes back to what YouTube is and what Booktube is. I've always said that Booktube is a lot different than YouTube in a lot of ways. Booktube does not have the negativity that most of YouTube has, at least in general. YouTube has a lot of toxic issues with different people attacking different people, and while we have that from time to time, usually Booktube stays away from that. I've noticed that Booktube is very inclusive. They talk about LGBT books, they talk about own voices books, they're very inclusive. And usually the general consensus I get is that people who are on Booktube and people who watch Booktube seem to be just overall better than the average YouTuber and the average YouTube audience. That's just what I've noticed. But what happened with this was a political issue, which we've seen on YouTube all over the place, is that Steve Donahue mentioned a book that was talking about the end of democracy, basically, because of what happened with Trump and everything else. He kind of went into a little bit about that. And this person wrote a letter threatening his job, threatening the people that he worked for, that he would write to the people that he would write to the people that he works for to try to get him fired. Now, obviously, the threat was really not a valid threat, considering that Steve Donahue and the papers he writes for are probably liberal papers, and I don't think they would have a problem with him bashing Trump. I have had issues in my own family. My mother is a Trump supporter. I am not. My wife's family are Trump supporters. She is not. So I have dealt with the divide between Trump and the Democrats and Republicans. I have dealt with it personally, so I know it can get very heated. I do hate what somebody would call snowflakes, and they are on both sides. This concept that there are only liberal snowflakes and there are conservative snowflakes is totally wrong. There are people on both sides who will try to attack you, attack your livelihood, attack everything for basing what you say about your political opinions, which is horrible. I don't believe that any free speech on the left or right should ever be compromised. I usually don't talk about my political beliefs. I usually don't even talk about too many controversial things on this channel because this is a Booktube channel. But once I saw this video, I felt like I had to mention something about it. I had to mention something that it annoyed me. It annoyed me that that exists. I know it always existed in all of YouTube in general, but it was kind of hard to see it exist in regular Booktube, because I really think that Booktube viewers are a little bit more, I don't want to say intelligent, but a little bit more forgiving about people's political beliefs or other beliefs or beliefs about sexuality or whatever. They're very inclusive, and we really don't seem to have any of that kind of, diatribe that we have on the other channels. So this really did upset me. I hope it's just an isolated incident. I hope it's not something that starts to permeate Booktube more. And I just want to say that anybody who wants to attack somebody for their personal beliefs is an idiot, and there's no place for that, and especially not on Booktube. We are a welcoming, inclusive community, and anytime we see something like this, we should definitely rally against it and try to keep this community as a nice, very welcoming, warm community where people of all different beliefs and all different opinions can share their love of reading and share their love of knowledge and just all get along. So I just wanted to make this quick little video. Thanks again for watching, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.